So my way of teaching, to people is very funny way, because I was into training for almost like 5 to 6 years, and now into consulting and full-time into the services and the product domain into the information security. So the session is going to be very fun-loving with a lot of jokes, which I always used to crack in my session. And it's always a trend that I start my session in my workshop with my own story, how exactly I started into this field. So I'm almost 30-year-old now. I started way back 15 years back when I was in my 11th standard. There was one email which was there in my email box from the customer care department of yahoo.com. The subject line of the email was so interesting, so I thought I would open that email. It was, "Dear Sunny, please verify your email account, otherwise your email will be blocked in next 48 hours. I opened that email and I started reading the content of an email. It was written in the email, "Dear Sunny, Yahoo is verifying the user IDs and passwords of all Yahoo users very frequently on our server. And yesterday when our checks were going on our server, we detected that your account has already been compromised by somebody else on the internet. And somebody has tried to access your account from this IP address. So what we want is, we want to secure your account and move the data of your account from the less secure server to some more secure server. And in order to do that, there's a link given in the email below. Please click on this link and give your ID and the password for the verification." So as a layman, I clicked on the link and I got redirected to one page on Mozilla Firefox browser, having a logo of Yahoo written on the website, password verification engine. There were two input fields were there. One is your username, second is a password, license agreement, I agree, I do not agree, CAPTCHA to verify that I'm a human who is entering the password and not a robot. And a submit button was there. On a page, there was a logo of SSL certificate. The site is secured by VeriSign Secured was also there to make me realize that I'm actually on the right website, which I was not, right? And finally, I entered my ID password, and I agree, and I entered that CAPTCHA into the keywords, and finally, I pressed submit button. I was very happy that millions and billions number of people registered on the Yahoo. फिर भी मेरे जैसे एक छोटे बंदे का email account hack हो गया, in the 11th grade, and they actually sent me such a good email to verify my email account, but I was not able to open that email account after one day. So I tried, many a times to log into the same account, but then I was not able to. I ended up calling one of my friends who was very good at computers. I called him and I actually, told him the complete story that this was happened to me yesterday and this is what is happening to me today. Do you think that my account is currently being migrated from the less secured server to some more secured server? Bole, yes. It has already been migrated from the less secured server of Yahoo to some more secured server of a hacker. So very first time in my life, I've heard this word hacking in my 11th standard, and I asked him, what is hacking? What are the hackers? How to become the hacker like that? And he said, you are a victim of a method, like a phishing. I was like, okay. Because मैंने तो सुना था phishing can only happen at the sea. For the very first time in the 11th standard, I was hearing that phishing can happen on the internet also. He said, there was a fake page, there was a fake email which landed into your inbox. And Sunny, you have given your ID and the password on the fake inbox. Obviously, मैं 11th standard में था, तो मुझे भी curiosity हुई कि यार कुछ तो करना चाहिए, ऐसा fake page मुझे भी बनाना आना चाहिए. I should also send such fake emails to my friends, my part-time girlfriend also, and I should actually capture her ID password also. So actually, I asked him, how to become a fisher? बोले fisher नहीं, उसको hacker बोलते. बोला, yeah, tell me how to become a hacker. Sunny, you're a Gujarati guy. There is another Gujarati guy who has written some books on the hacking. So go to the market and buy that particular Gujarati guy's book. It's very famous, in the hacking field. I was like, okay, fine. मैं दूसरे दिन book shop में गया, book shop में पूछा यार hacking का section का. I hope I'm diverting 5 minutes away from the topic. Are you okay with that? Okay. This is just to create an environment of a hacking, first, so that you can have a feel of the hacking. Because in order to see the hacking, in order to do hacking, you have to have a feel of a hacking first, right? So end of the day, I went to the market, bookshop था crossword. I entered that bookshop. मैंने बोला hacking का section का है, बोले वहाँ पे. मैंने बोला I want this Gujarati guy's book. बोले सारी books गुजराती की है वहाँ पे जाओ, right? क्योंकि हैकिंग में जितनी बुक्स है इंडिया में लिखे वो सारे गुजराती बंदे नहीं लिखे. मैंने बोला गुड. मैं वहाँ पे गया 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 पूरे रैक्स के अंदर तेरा 20 बुक्स ऑन द हैकिंग, ईमेल हैकिंग, नेटवर्क हैकिंग, दिस हैकिंग, दैट हैकिंग, वेबसाइट हैकिंग, unofficial guide of some ethical, unethical hacking. For the very first time, I heard the word ethical also with the hacking. I said, very good, right? सारी बुक्स एक ही गुजराती बंदे ने लिखी. मैंने बोला the banda might be a very talented guy. He might have done graduation, post graduation, PhD किया होगा. He must be a doctor. So many years of experience in the industry, and then he must have written a lot of books on the hacking. I picked up the book and पीछे लिख के what is the author's profile? Oh, I was very shocked to see the author's profile. At the age of 20, the guy has written around 20 books on hacking. पहले तो शक हुआ. नहीं वो 20 बुक्स तो यहाँ पे पड़ी है रैक में, बहुत सारी कॉपीज है. उसमें लिखा था बेस्ट सेलिंग बुक्स इन ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर ईयर. बेस्ट सेलिंग भी है यार. द बंदा हु इज जस्ट 20 ईयर ओल्ड, हाउ कैन ही राइट 20 बुक्स ऑन हैकिंग? बट ठीक है, मुझे भी हैकर बनना था, तो मैंने मान लिया कि सी दैट अनदर गुजराती गाय वांटेड टू हेल्प द अनदर गुजराती गाय. आई मीन वन गाय वांटेड टू हेल्प द अनदर गाय. एंड माइट बी गुजरातीज आर बॉर्न टैलेंटेड. एक चाय वाला भी देश का प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन सकता है. Then this Gujarati guy can become the hacker in the country also. I was like cool. मैंने बुक खरीदा. सबसे जो ज़्यादा पेजेस वाली बुक थी ना वो खरीदा, because मुझे लगा this is not book. This is the Gita of the hacking. And I'm the Arjun of this Gita. After reading this Gita, I can become the Arjun. I can do complete Mahabharata on the internet also. With the expectation, I started reading the book from the first page, second page, third page. 7 दिन बिगाड़े मैंने बुक पढ़ने में. After 7 days, टाइम आ गया था मेरे शस्त्र को चलाने का. जब पहले टूल यूज़ किया, was not working. Second was not working. Third was not working. मैंने बोला ठीक है, there are 300 tools which I have seen in that book in 700 pages. I've tried almost 100 of them, and finally I was so frustrated, irritated. यार एक भी नहीं चल रहा है. तो एक चीज़ तो सोचा यार, एक गुजराती बंदा जो है उसने जो बुक लिखी है वो तो हैकिंग पे है. अब गीता में जो लिखा है तो वो तो हमारी रियल लाइफ में होता है, बट ये हैकिंग की गीता में जो लिखा है वो ये इंटरनेट की लाइफ में क्यों नहीं हुआ? तो उसके ऊपर एक स्टार लिखा गया था. नॉर्मल गीता में वो स्टार नहीं है, कंडीशन सप्लाई, बट दिस गीता वाज हैविंग अ स्टार ऑन दैट बुक. ऑल द मेथड्स व्हिच वर रिटन इन द बुक are implemented on Windows 95 and 98 operating system, and I was using this method on Windows Vista operating system. Do you really think that the method would work on Windows Vista? Yes or no? No. तो मैंने बोला एक चीज़ और समझनी चाहिए कि Gujaratis are good businessmen also. So this guy is not a hacker but a good businessman. He's selling the books and he's making people full by selling a lot of books on the hacking. So that's what the first day I decided that you can learn any subject in the world from the books, but you cannot learn information security from the books, right? And that's what I always tell to my students in the sessions also. I basically go to colleges and teach students for 16 hours, 80 hours, 40 hours on the hacking and ethical hacking, and I always tell them you cannot learn information security from the books. And that is the reason I haven't written any kind of a books in this 15 years of the journey into this information security. My parents actually, put me in the electronics and communication branch because 12th में थोड़ा अच्छा score आ गया था, ट्रिपल का AIEEE में अच्छा रैंक भी आ गया था, तो बोला इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन इंजीनियर बन जाए, ये यूनिवर्सिटी अच्छी है. But I was a man of computers. On a very first day, madam has introduced some of the subjects, and one of the subject was career orientation. And as a part of that subject, we need to deliver some seminar on curricular, extracurricular topic. So everybody chosen the topic like transistor, resistor, diode, capacitor. Madam asked me, Sunny, which topic would you like to go for? I said, ma'am, computer hacking. Hacking is not your, like forte, yeah, Sunny, and this is not what you're going to learn in the future semesters. Choose some topic which can help you in the future semesters. I said, ma'am, computer hacking is the best topic. Give me the topic. Topic was assigned to me. 15 days were given for the seminar. घर पे जाके मैंने बोला कि ये सेमिनार को बेस्ट कैसे बनाया जाए, अपने आप से पूछा. I got an idea. Now in 2004, when I was in my first year of the engineering, right, the people used to use Yahoo and the Yahoo groups to extend the information and the Google groups to extend the information. Yeah, Orkut was there, but it was not so famous in 2004 and Facebook wasn't there. So finally, I actually created a Yahoo group, given the name Nirma04BEC, sent an invitation to all the people after noting down the email ID on the paper to join this particular Yahoo group, and likha tha this Yahoo group is created for information sharing purpose for 04 batch of electronics and communication students. Everybody joined that Yahoo group. Finally, I was very happy to see the registration status after 3 days because all 120 people of my branch have joined this group. My faculties have also joined this group. My HOD has also joined the group, and he was asking me administrative privileges, which I was not supposed to give it to him. Right? Finally, after creating this group, idea kya tha? To make my seminar best out of all seminars. So I started sending some time pass emails using this group, download this particular songs for free, download this particular software for free, download Savita Babi episodes for free, right? And after sending such time pass emails, there was one very funny email that I've actually sent. There was a 13th email in this group, and that email subject was how to hack anyone's Yahoo email account. The subject line was so interesting for everybody and so fascinating for everybody because it was written how to hack anyone's Yahoo email account hyphen Yahoo account hacking procedure, secret, secret, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Itna acha subject line likhoge, so everybody would open that email. But then I have to give some methods to my fellow colleagues to hack somebody's Yahoo email account. So what did I do? I started writing the content of an email. Dear friends, one of my friends' friend is working as a customer care executive in some of the Yahoo's customer care department, and this particular city, this state, and this country, I know that nobody is going to go and verify whether he's working or not. And he has given me some 2 procedures. You can also use any of these 2 procedures to hack into anybody's Yahoo email account. Procedure number 1, in order to hack, open your mailbox, go to compose email, compose an email to one email ID, Yahoo password recovery 2004@yahoo.com. Bracket mein likha tha, this is customer care's email ID, do not share it with anybody, but it was not at all customer care's email ID. It was my customer care's email ID I created 4 days before I created a Yahoo group. Subject line mein likhna Yahoo password recovery engine or recovery procedure. In the content of an email, first line में अपना email ID, second line में मैंने उनको बहुत ही अच्छा सा प्रोग्राम दिया था, सारी लैंग्वेज को मिक्स करके एक प्रोग्राम बना दिया था, जावा को भी, .NET को भी, C# को, सबको, सामने वाला वो प्रोग्राम को समझ नहीं पाएगा, and I was knowing that fact कि they were the first year student, they don't understand any programming language. So when you don't understand anything, the Indian mentality say we need to copy and paste that thing. So they need to copy and paste that particular program. उसमें एक बहुत ही अच्छा सा blank दिया गया था, and there was an SQL query which was written, select star from some XYZ table of Yahoo, where user ID is equal to A is equal to first line, and password is equal to blank. Blank में मैंने लिखा, you need to go to this website, convert your password either into hexa value or ASCII value, and put that ASCII value over here. Even if you can convert the password into binary, that would be very good, So convert it into hexa, binary, or ASCII, put it into this particular blank, and people feel that the password is secured because ASCII में A99 हो जाता है, B100 हो जाता है. Third line में you need to put your girlfriend's ID, boyfriend's ID, and send that email to customer care people. And as soon as my customer care people, or my customer care, used to receive any such emails, I used to just go to reply button and type one simple content in that particular message body. The server is busy right now, please try again later after 48 hours. There was a very social engineering method that I've used to see that how many people in my branch can actually able to sacrifice their own password to get somebody else's password. And there was method number 2. In order to make method number 2 for being followed by a lot of people, मुझे ऐसा कहना पड़ेगा because there are so smart people in my branch, उनको पता है कि method number 1 is asking our password to get somebody else's password. So what I've started writing is, if you follow method number 1, you may get a reply from the server is busy right now, please try again later after 48 hours. If you get such message, then please follow method number 2. I'm giving you a very secret link of a database of a Yahoo, which is connected with the backup database of the Yahoo, and this is being used by Yahoo for the business continuity operation during the disaster recovery, plan being executed. इतने बड़े-बड़े word use किए थे ना, business continuity, disaster recovery. So when anybody is going to click on that, my business is going to continue and उनका disaster मैं recover करूँगा. So DR plan was set up and my business continuity plan was also set up. So उन्होंने जैसे click किया, they were getting redirected to one website, and it was my website. So I created a phishing page. On that page, I've uploaded a logo of Yahoo written on the website, password recovery engine. Instead of 2 input fields, I've given them 3 input fields: your username, your password, a victim's username or a complainant's username. License agreement, I agree, I do not agree, CAPTCHA, and then submit button. And that very sign ka logo also, this site is 100% secure. It's using 256 bit of encryption also. You know what, I was expecting only 3 to 4 people out of 120 people to get trapped into this method. But when the D-Day come, that was a seminar day has come, just a day before of my seminar, I opened my website, I opened my mail account just to see how many unique number of victims are there in both of this particular method. Some people have followed both the methods, to get a very quick, like the password of some girl or maybe some real good, looking girl in my, class. So end of the day, when I counted the number of people, there were more than 30 people out of, you can 120 people have given their ID password. I cannot remember, all ID passwords. So मेरे branch में जितने लोग ज़्यादा attitude दिखाते थे, उन सारों को अलग किया पहले. Excel sheet में copy किया, paste किया. I started my seminar. एंड पोडियम के नीचे एक अच्छे से ये चिट को रख दिया एंड आई वाज वेरी हैप्पी बिकॉज ऑल 120 पीपल वर प्रेजेंट इन माय सेमिनार एंड वो 11-12 विक्टिम भी बैठे थे विद द सेम एंथुसियाज्म. अब मैंने डिसाइड किया था कि आफ्टर द सेमिनार ऑफ 10 मिनट्स और 15 मिनट्स, बिकॉज इन 10-15 मिनट्स यू कैन नॉट लर्न एनीथिंग अबाउट हैकिंग, सो मैंने डिसाइड किया था उसके बाद मैं डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन दिखाऊंगा. आई स्टार्टेड माय सेमिनार विद व्हाट इज हैकिंग, व्हाट आर द हैकर्स, हाउ टू बिकम एथिकल हैकर, what is the future of ethical hacking, and what is the steps to become hacker and all, and what are the resources that you can follow to become ethical hacker. And I said, thank you, thanks a lot. My friend was like, hey Sunny, we all came here with the expectations of learning some practical on the hacking, to see some demonstrations on the hacking. What you've been doing currently is, you're just covering theory, what is hacking, what are hackers, and we can easily get it on Wikipedia, Sunny, And I'm like, ठीक है. अब मैं चालू करने वाला व्हाट इज लाइक हाउ टू हैक एनीबॉडीज आईडी पासवर्ड. अब क्वेश्चन ये था कि सनी दिखाएगा क्या, तो मैंने बहुत ही सिंपल सा चीज सबसे पहले किया. आई ओपन द कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट एंड आई प्रेस ऑल्टर एंटर, सो देयर विल बी अ कंप्लीट ब्लैक स्क्रीन ऑन द प्रोजेक्टर. व्हाई टू ओपन अ ब्लैक स्क्रीन? बिकॉज वी हैव सीन लॉट ऑफ मूवीज इन द बॉलीवुड, हॉलीवुड, एनी अदर वुड का मूवी. Whenever hacking is being shown, people show a black screen with a green fonts, So मैं font का color भी change करके गया था green, so that people get a feel of hacking also by seeing my screen also. अब ये screen तो open हो गया, but सनी दिखाएगा क्या? तो सनी ने बहुत ही simple सा चीज़ किया. सबसे पहले अपना notepad open किया, notepad में लिखा Yahoo hacking, Yahoo hacking के बाद वो बंदे का email ID लिया, right? और बंदे का email ID लेने के बाद मैंने confirm किया, because वो लेना पड़ता है ना. अगर नहीं लेता तो उसको पता चलता कि सनी को मेरा ID कहाँ से पता चला, right? So just to confirm, I given that email ID. अब क्वेश्चन था, नोटपैड भी ओपन हो गया, सबके नोटपैड ओपन हो गया, अब मैं करूँगा क्या? तो मैंने तो बहुत ही सिंपल सा कमांड लिखा. देयर वाज अ वेरी सिंपल कमांड, दैट इज telnet space mail.yahoo.com space 23. Telnet is a very simple command. It's just an authentication command. It is not a hacking command, right? Whatever authentication that you do with the browser, that is HTTP or HTTPS authentication, then this is a Telnet port number 23 authentication. Press enter. Welcome to yahoo.com. Enter the username, enter the password. मैंने right username enter किया, wrong password enter किया, enter. उसके बाद में वो चिट में देखा, ये मिस्टर पर्यंत बुच ये पेपर में है कि नहीं है. एंड बुच साहब वो पेपर में थे बिकॉज ही वांटेड टू गेट इनटू सम वेरी गुड चिक. आई मीन इट्स अ वेरी गुड लुकिंग गर्ल्स ईमेल अकाउंट, एंड दैट इज रीजन उसने अपना पासवर्ड सेकंड मेथड में दे दिया था. राइट आईडी रॉन्ग पासवर्ड एंटर, राइट आईडी रॉन्ग पासवर्ड एंटर, ऑथेंटिकेशन फेल, ऑथेंटिकेशन फेल, ऑथेंटिकेशन फेल, ऑथेंटिकेशन फेल, ऑथेंटिकेशन फेल. आई वाज चेकिंग अ पेशेंस ऑफ दैट गाय कि कितनी देर तक ये खड़ा रह सकता है ऑडियंस में. 5 मिनट ओवर हो गई, राइट? और ऐसा क्यों किया पता है? क्योंकि हैकिंग की मूवीज़ में दिखाया जाता है ना, पहली बार हैकर करता है तो दूसरी बार ट्राई करता है, तीसरी बार कोई टेस्ट करता है तो उसको आता है एक्सेस डिनाइड, एक्सेस डिनाइड, एक्सेस डिनाइड, एक्सेस डिनाइड. उसके बाद लंबा प्रोग्राम आ जाता है एंड देन उसके बाद ही बैंक के दरवाजे खुलते, क्रेडिट कार्ड में से पैसा ट्रांसफर हो जाता है, कॉल्स आते हैं. सो दिस इज जस्ट टू कंटिन्यू द फील ऑफ द हैकिंग इन द ऑडियंस. एंटर. 5 मिनट के बाद वो द गाय वाज लाइक, सनी यू आर नॉट अ हैकर, सनी यू आर अ पासवर्ड guesser, you're guessing my password. Hackers are the people who do not guess the password, they crack the password. I said thank you, right, for making me understand the definition of hacker, but see I'm a first year guy यार, थोड़ा तो मेरे पे रहम कर. तो सनी बट तू क्या करेगा? 10 मिनट तक भी ये करता रहेगा, 15 मिनट तक भी you can not able to hack into anybody's ID password, so accept it, you're not a hacker. जो भी कंटेंट था विकिपीडिया से प्लैगराइज किया था और तुमने दे दिया. कूल, चलो. Can you give me 2 more attempts? I can give you 3 more attempts. Okay. 1, right ID, wrong password, enter, authentication fail, right ID, wrong password, enter, authentication fail. अब तो सनी को प्रूव करना था, right ID, right password, enter, authentication successful. उसको देख के उसकी आंखें 2 नहीं 4 हो गई थी कि सनी ने किया क्या. I minimize this particular browser, open this particular mail.yahoo.com, enter the username, enter the password, सीधा login हो गया. लोगों ने अपने आप ही मान लिया था कि अगर telnet का यूज करके if you use a command prompt in telnet and enter somebody's right ID, wrong password, right ID, wrong password, right ID, wrong password for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, then Yahoo's server will get confused and reset the password. I logged into that guy's email account and the guy was so insecure. Sunny, I trust you, I believe you are the best hacker in the world, please press logout button, please press sign out button. I like, nahi, Parent, I wanted to log into your email account and I wanted to just show people, what kind of email that you're receiving. Nahi, Sunny, nahi. I know that you are a best hacker, please press sign out button. वो बंदा आगे आने गया, मैं sign out, because सबको reference भी मिल जाता ना, what websites they also need to visit, what first year guys they used to visit, So end of the day, I press the logout button and the name in my college has been changed from Sunny Vaghela to somebody known as Sunny Hacker after this particular session. So that hacker वाला tag जो था, उसने मुझे hacker बनाया, because every semester I used to do something different. Every semester I used to, find out a loophole either in the Yahoo, find out loophole either in the, like Facebook, find out loophole either in the Orkut, or find out loophole either in the, like many other big websites or group, report loophole to the government just to learn that particular hacking. But what is the motive of this particular story is that in India, a lot of people are actually using the internet, a lot of people are developing websites, a lot of people are developing applications. But security is a one component which is missing. Security by design should be the right security. But here what we believe is that security testing, वो क्या होना चाहिए? Security testing मेरा software develop हो गया, मेरी application develop हो गई, मेरा सब कुछ develop हो गया ना, उसके बाद मुझे security testing करवाना है. And trust me one thing, it is not with one company. It is like if you take 100 companies, out of 100 companies, even 99 companies or 90 companies currently, they do not follow the security as a part of their culture or part of the software development life cycle. And that is the reason, every 3 days or every 5 days, we open up a newspaper and we see a news, oh, Equifax got hacked. Yahoo got hacked, not for one time, but Yahoo got hacked 3 times, in last 1 year. Do you know this particular news, yes or no? Yahoo was breached, not just for one time, but Yahoo got breached, in 3 times. And then we always talk about, like, कि यार उनके पास security team नहीं होगी, क्या उनके पास, लोग नहीं होंगे, क्या उनके पास hackers नहीं होंगे? So that is what, my session is all about. That most of the companies or most of the people, they always running behind meeting their compliances. Running behind meeting their, like the security controls. That, I have this particular company which is ISO 27001, that I need to follow this many controls and I need to follow this many procedures. So when you follow this particular rule book, it never happens in this world of hacking, right? Because technology is upgrading. Every technology, agar aapka PHP version upgrade hota hai, to there are new vulnerabilities, right? If you're upgrading your, like another integrating any open source into your application, there's another new vulnerability, which is coming into that particular software. And then the second belief that people always have, that as a part of a compliance, I have a firewall in my organization. I have a firewall which is being managed by Amazon. I have a firewall which is managed by, like maybe a Google Cloud. I have an IDPS system, which is intrusion detection and prevention system, but 99% IDPS systems are only IDS system. And sometimes वो तो IDS ही भी नहीं होता है, वो कुछ detect ही नहीं करता है, right? And the third thing that everyone believes is, oh, I have a web application which is made in either Java or PHP or .NET or anything, but if I'm going to have an SSL certificate and going to have that HTTPS is always secured. But I'm going to clear your misconception by showing the demonstration today. So I have a very interesting demonstration in this particular 1 hour to show, like we are all in the digital India, cashless economy, and all these buzzwords are coming every day. So I have a demonstration on the SBI net banking, right? And I'll be showing you live that how exactly that even an HTML page can be hacked, right? To get into the database of the SBI and get into the login details of all the SBI users also. So that's what the demonstration I have for this particular, the very interesting demonstration I have for this particular session. Now we talk about, like compliances, we talk about hackers. कि यार इंडिया के पास ना इतने hackers नहीं है, तो एक दूसरा आपका misconception clear करना चाहता हूँ, right? That across the globe, we are the 3rd country or top 3 countries where the number of hackers are highest. Many of the companies like Facebook, Google, Yahoo, I said, I reported loophole to Facebook, I reported loopholes to Microsoft. I am into the Microsoft, this particular top 100 MSRC list for last 3 years. So when I get into that particular list, or when I get into this particular, like all the bug bounty programs and, report a problem and get money out of it. And इतनी सारी companies जितने भी अपने publish करती है, press releases every year, कि हमने इतने रुपये hackers को pay किए to report a vulnerability like SQL injection or a remote code execution or an XSS on the Facebook, Google or Yahoo platform. You'll be surprised to know this, कि last 3 साल से only one country's hackers are getting the highest amount of money, and that highest amount of money from Facebook or a Google or a Yahoo or a Microsoft, or there are 500 such companies who pays money for reporting a loophole. Even a single, execution loophole like a cross-site scripting loophole to them, they pay you $500 to 1,000 USD, in your account, and the name of that country is India. So एक ऐसा misconception हमारा होता है कि इंडिया के अंदर hacker नहीं है, नहीं. इंडिया के अंदर ही highest number of hackers है, इंडिया के अंदर ही highest number of पैसा आता है, और इंडिया के अंदर ही highest amount of hacking का business होता है. But only thing is that India is the country जहाँ पे Indian लोग ही Indian hackers को notice नहीं करते, and that is the reason we always talk about security, and we always say that we are most vulnerable country in the world because we are not following the scene. What we are only following the compliance part. Okay, if I wanted to, become secured, I want to, like be compliant, right? So this is all about, like the session. I mean, this is the session all about. So I'll just give you a brief introduction of mine. I'm the founder and the CTO of this company, Techdefence Labs. I started this company in 2010. It's been 7 years. We are a bootstrap and still a bootstrap, right? Currently, we are into the training as well as we are into the consulting domain also. I've been securing some of the big clients like Jio and also Adani Groups, and soon going to be in the Reliance as well. I'm a speaker, tutor, entrepreneur, author not into the hacking, into some other things, right? Auditor, tester, cybercrime investigator, right? I'm crazy about InfoSec. I'm still learning. After 10 years, I'm not an expert into anything. So coming back to this particular, why we are getting hacked. So recent data breaches, coming back to this particular Yahoo. Yahoo hack happened first time in, like the last days of, or maybe the last month of 2015, where they published an advisory there are 500 million accounts got hacked. Second hack happened, in February 2016, and then they published that there, 1 billion accounts got hacked. Third hack has happened in, like the last month of this 2016, where they published that another 1.5 billion accounts got hacked, and the data is available on the dark web and the deep web. And once the Yahoo got acquired by the Verizon, the fourth news has come कि तो 1 billion या 1.5 billion या 500 million तो अलग-अलग hacker ने किए थे, but 3 साल पहले Yahoo के 3 billion accounts hack हो चुके थे. But why the news wasn't published? Because उनको ये न्यूज़ से इतना बड़ा नुकसान हुआ था कि अगर ये न्यूज़ पहले पब्लिश हो गया होता तो Verizon 4.6 billion US भी नहीं देता. Verizon बोलता कि फ्री में Yahoo को दे दो, we can acquire this particular Yahoo. And you'll be surprised to know this in 1 year of the time. In 2014, the valuation of Yahoo was close to 44 billion US. And after all this particular 3 hacks, the Verizon acquired Yahoo for only 4.6 billion US. So security is not an IT problem anymore. The security has become the business problem, Like when we talk about, like the security, we always talk about, yaar, why IT ka problem hai. It is not my lookout to do it, right? CEO हमेशा बोलता है कि it is not my lookout to do it. I have my network team, I have my other team, I have my other monitoring team. That is their lookout to do it, but now that is another misconception is it's a business problem, now. It's never been an IT problem anymore. Now why Yahoo got hacked? We'll discuss the reason, like one by one. The second breach happened, that was a LinkedIn breach, where there are 167 million accounts got hacked. The data is still available on the darknet. And अब तो इसका price भी बहुत कम हो गया. You can also buy it. I can also buy it in $100. You can get 167 million, LinkedIn username and passwords, right? जितने लोगों ने अपने LinkedIn username password change नहीं किए होंगे, उतने चलेंगे. उतने जितने लोगों ने change किए होंगे, उतने नहीं चलेंगे. The third hack, I'm only talking about hacks which have happened in 2016 and 17, right? In 1.5 years of the time. The another breach, one of the biggest breach in the US history, that is Equifax. It's a credit agency like CIBIL. I'm sure you must have heard of this CIBIL. Yes or no? When we want to apply for a loan, we need to get a CIBIL score. So this is an agency in the US who basically, is a certifying agency for giving the score for the US citizens. And all the data got breached. Interesting scenario over here is that when Equifax got breached, they were checking their old emails. The CEO of this company was checking their old emails. क्या last 4 months से एक बंदा मेरे को approach कर रहा है कि sir there is a problem, sir there is a problem, sir there is a problem, and this guy was sending email to his CISO and CIO in the organization, right, saying that to take care of this particular thing. Now again this is a wrong thing. Security में top to bottom hierarchy जाना, it's a good thing, but अगर जिनको आप दे रहे हो, who are the business owner, who are the applications owners, 90% of the company के CISO or CIOs, they do not take the security email or such unsolicited emails very seriously. और इतने 90% of the like breaches जो होते हैं वो इसी वजह से होते हैं. If I discuss the reason of Yahoo, the hacker hacked Yahoo for 3 times. You know why? Because they said that they have a bounty program and where there is a policy that to pay like $1,000 USD for reporting this particular such a big vulnerability. He reported that vulnerability to the team, और team ने कोई mistake कर दिया, team ने उसको घर पे T-shirt भेज दिया था. And the guy was like, यार am I deserve to get a T-shirt to have this 500 million or 1 billion user account and ID passwords and all? And what the guy did was, he started selling this particular data on the dark web and deep web and started collecting money using a Bitcoin. And now he's a billionaire, or maybe not a billionaire, but he's a millionaire. He must have earned some millions of rupees by selling this particular Yahoo data on this particular thing. Even if we talk about LinkedIn, the same thing when the Microsoft acquired this particular LinkedIn, there was a guy who was reporting this particular vulnerability, but nobody has actually taken it very seriously, and the data got breached. The global IT breakdown happened when the logistic company, which is Max, was hacked by the ransomware and also by a lot of application hacks also which happened. And they had to disrupt the operation for almost like 4 days. Coming to the another hack, it's a Bangladesh bank hack. Such a big bank, having all auditing, having all compliances being followed. Being a bank, they are ISO 27001 certified also. Now, what is ISO 27001? Like if you want to a quality certification, you go for ISO 9001. But in the hacking or security, there is a certification known as ISO 27001, which is the Information Security Management System. So when an organization certifies with ISMS, they have a belief that we are secure from all perspectives, from the governance, from the risk, and from the compliance perspective. I'm sure you're understanding, yes or no? And this bank got hacked because a guy, who's actually working with the SWIFT system for international transactions, right? एक दिन हमारा वाईफाई राउटर नहीं चलता था. वाईफाई राउटर वहाँ पे ना चले तो करना क्या? तो rather talking to that particular office, वो राउटर लाएगा, राउटर setup करेगा. What that particular guy did, or the network guy who's in that particular office, वो बाहर से $10 का राउटर ले आया और राउटर लगा दिया, and which is connected with the bank's SWIFT system, and that particular SWIFT system wasn't secured. So कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. सैटरडे को वो राउटर हैक हुआ, राउटर से वो स्विफ्ट का कंप्यूटर हैक हुआ. कंप्यूटर हैक होने के बाद बाजू में प्रिंटर लगा था, प्रिंटर से वो स्विफ्ट के आईडी पासवर्ड हुए. वही नेटवर्क में वो बंदा कनेक्ट हुआ और कनेक्ट होके ही ट्रांसफर्ड 81 million rupees, 81 million US dollar, in the different accounts in the Philippines, in the different accounts in this particular thing also. So again, the problem is a $10 router, and the SWIFT system is to be blamed for this particular hack. The Central Bank of UAE is also was hacked, and more than 3 million rupees were asked by the hackers if they do not want any customers' data to be made available on this particular internet also. Federal Reserve Bank was hacked not just one time, but almost like 50 times between 2011 and 2015. I'm sure you must have heard of this particular incident that 3.2 million debit cards were compromised, like HDFC, SBI, or Yes Bank, or ICICI. And यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे बैठे होंगे जिनको आया होगा notification to collect a new card or to reset an ATM pin. Yes or no? Yes. In India, in 2016 only, like 36.6 million data breaches were reported. Out of 36.6 million data breaches, if we talk about the Indian banks, Canara Bank got hacked 2 times in 2016, the net banking system. Right? Hackers still claims to have a data, and they are still trying to extort money, in terms of in the form of a Bitcoin from a bank. Although this, just last April, I came to know that the bank has came up with 300 crore budget, but they are not paying 1 Bitcoin to that particular hacker who wanted to report this particular vulnerability. That is a problem, right? Coming back to the banking examples, and trust me, these are all the verified reports which are reported to RBI. So when any bank gets attacked or any bank gets hacked, they need to report it to RBI. RBI thoda fine lagati hai. So State Bank of Mysore also got hacked, and many accounts, they were getting the transactions, or almost all accounts, they had a debit of 49 rupees. So the person who was hacked, he made a transaction of 49 rupees from each and every account. Bank ne kuch bhi comment nahi kiya. On the second day, what bank has done was, the bank has transferred that 49 rupees back, not 49 rupees, 50 rupees back to people's account, saying that the matter has been settled. I'm sure you must have heard of this particular app, PhonePe, right? The PhonePe also got hacked 2 times, in this particular 2016 and 17, and more than 25 billion, like could have been stolen from this particular bank app. But bank ने जो swift transaction मारा था, वो बंदे ने जो भी transaction मारा था, the bank has stopped that particular transaction in order to, like secure this particular bank. More than 70 customers of the Uttar Pradesh got hacked in the Bank of Baroda, and their cards were used in the China websites, and China, like payment gateway for 5,000 rupees. Just after, getting the report from 70 customers and 70 calls, they have blocked this particular international transactions across the bank, across all the states, for almost like 3 to 4 days. Again, the investigation revealed out their application found to be vulnerable. The CBI, secured by NIC, secured by a lot of auditors, secured by a lot of pen testers, it also got attacked, and the server got hacked for almost like 2 to 3 times. Although the report has not been reported, but Income Tax India was also hacked, right? It is also secured by IDPS, IPS, firewalls, everything, right? It is audited on a monthly basis by CERTIN, that is our Computer Emergency Response Team of India also. So what is the problem? So problem very simple. Let us, there is a company, or there is like a CBI, who wanted to secure their CBI infrastructure, or let's say a bank, right, an SBI, who wanted to secure their particular, like SBI infrastructure. So they have an in-house data center, because it is mandatory for them to have an in-house data center. They cannot have the data center of the bank which is outside of India. Now, in order to secure that particular data center, in order to secure that particular data of the applications, of the servers, of the network, the first thing I said is a firewall, right? They must have. So they have a firewall at every level, right? Starting from their perimeter to their, like server, to their, like router, everywhere there is a firewall. The second thing what they have is an IDPS system. The third thing what they have is they have a DDoS compliance, a DDoS appliance. Fourth thing what they have is an application firewall. Fifth thing what they have is, they have a load balancer. Sixth what they have is they have a different, like load balancer transferring the load to different servers. So उनके लिए भी बहुत अच्छा सा system. एक उनका DC होता है, एक उनका DR होता है. ये सबके ऊपर उन्होंने एक SOC बना के रखा है. ये सबके ऊपर they have actually made an SOC. Now, SOC is known as a Security Operations Center, which basically gets the logs from each and every devices connected in a bank, and each and every servers of that particular bank, and people sitting 24/7 to monitor all the logs. और इतना सारा करने के बाद भी बैंक हैक हो जाता है. So where we are lacking, right? तो हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर रहे. हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? We are creating a mess in the organization. कि हम ये रख लेंगे, हम वो रख लेंगे. अब किसी ने और एक डब्बा बोला कि कोई और वेंडर आएगा, बैंक को बोलेगा, यार ये मेरा डब्बा है, ये मेरा एक डब्बा आप अपने बैंक में रख लो, ये डब्बा आपको इतनी इतनी चीज़ों से सिक्योर करेगा. बोले लाओ, राइट, कितने का डब्बा? बोले 10-15 लाख का है. बोले ठीक है, बैंक का बजट है, लाओ, राइट. डब्बा मतलब इडियट बॉक्स, लाइक फायरवॉल इज एन इडियट बॉक्स, द स्विचेस आर एन इडियट बॉक्स, आई ऑलवेज कॉल इट टू बी. एंड ये सारे डब्बे में मिला के एक बहुत ही बड़ा मेस क्रिएट करते. वो लोग ऐसा सोचते कि पैरीमीटर से कोई बंदा आएगा तो पहले यहाँ रुकेगा, अगर वहाँ से भी आ गया तो वो यहाँ रुक जाएगा, अगर इधर तक भी पहुँच गया तो वो यहाँ रुक जाएगा. तो डेटाबेस तक आते आते तो देर आर 12 फायरवॉल्स, देर आर 20 पीपल सिटिंग इन SOC टू मॉनिटर एवरीथिंग, राइट. बट फिर भी बंदा वहाँ चला जाता है. So that is a misconception is the firewall secure my website and firewall secures my everything. Because एक चीज़ आपको समझना है कि nowadays, if you talk about this LinkedIn or Yahoo or whatever breaches that I have explained, इतनी सारी banks hack हुई, this all attacks are the application attacks. And what we are trying to do is, by putting the firewall, by putting the IDPS system, by putting the SSL certificate, we are trying to secure the layers which are not, like you can say that, like जो secure करने की कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. But like we are securing a network layer, we are securing a transport layer, we are securing a session layer. But when the attack comes on the application layer, that application is always still open to that particular attack. And if when you attack on that application, एक चीज़ मान लो आपका network layer भी कुछ नहीं कर सकता. Your transport layer also cannot do anything. Your session layer, protection cannot do anything in this particular case. And that is the reason, I always say that in India, there are 100 websites, and out of 100 websites, 90% of the websites found to be having SQL injection, found to be having remote code executions in India. दूसरा एक चीज़ होता है कि लोगों का बिलीव ऐसा होता है कि भाई IDPS सिस्टम लगा दो, अब फायरवॉल क्यों सिक्योर नहीं कर सकता, इसके लिए मैं बहुत ही बेसिक एग्जांपल देना चाहूँगा. Although the people who are sitting are very experienced, they would definitely understand. Let us take an example. I am attacking facebook.com and I am sending my payload of the attack ABC. I am sending a payload of the attack ABC from the browser. The moment I am actually going to press enter, the firewall at the Facebook server is going to block my ABC. How do they block ABC? They are going to block my IP address. Because this ABC is a dangerous attack or dangerous payload coming on the Facebook server on the port number 80. I'm sure you're understanding, yes or no? Now when they block this port number 80, मैंने एक चीज़ करा है. I'm going to switch off my mobile data, I'm going to switch on my mobile data, and again going to send this ABC. This is a very basic example I'm giving. अब मैंने क्या किया, मैंने Tor browser लगा दिया है. Every 5 seconds or every 2 seconds मेरा IP क्या हो जाता है, change हो जाता है. I'm sending ABC कोई स्क्रिप्ट बना रहा हूँ, ABC की रिक्वेस्ट करता ही जा रहा है. I'm giving this particular request and the payload एकदम Python की अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट बना के मैं मेरे फ्रेंड को भी दे रहा हूँ कि ये लूप को तुम भी चला लो. अगर एक बार भी ABC एग्जीक्यूट हो गया, then the Facebook will be hacked. So the firewall works on the rules, and the rule says that if the one person is attacking, block the IP address. But if 1,000 people are attacking, do not block the IP, block the pattern of the attack. And they're going to block the pattern of the attack. And what is the pattern? ABC. But we are a human being. और भगवान ने हमें एक चीज़ दी है जिसका सॉल्यूशन भगवान के पास भी नहीं है, दुनिया के कोई गीता में भी नहीं है, जिसको बोला जाता है जुगाड़. Right? So we changed this ABC from normal value to ASCII value. They blocked ASCII, we converted into hexa. They blocked hexa, we converted into binary. They blocked binary, we converted into octa. उन्होंने octa block किया ना, एक नया numbering system बना लिया. Binary to hexa, hexa to octa, octa to binary. So till the time they do not have a decoding system, they cannot understand what payload we are sending it to this particular website. I'm sure you're understanding, yes or no? Yes. अब क्या होता है कि उन्होंने पैटर्न ब्लॉक करना चालू कर दिया. अब वो पैटर्न को भी ब्लॉक करेंगे, फिर भी हमारा अटैक तो चालू रहेगा नई पैटर्न में. तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे अगर 1000 से मेरा पेलोड का जो फ्रीक्वेंसी अगर 1 लाख हो गया और 1 लाख पीपल और मे बी 10 लाख पीपल आर साइमल्टेनियसली सेंडिंग दिस पर्टिकुलर पेलोड टू दिस, तो फेसबुक एटलीस्ट क्या करेगा, थोड़े टाइम के लिए अपना पोर्ट नंबर 80 को बंद कर देगा. टिल द टाइम दे डू नॉट हैव एन एक्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ हाउ टू ब्लॉक द अटैक, they block this port number 80, which we call it to be a DDoS attack or a denial of service attacks. Because you cannot handle such payloads, you cannot handle anything, and you cannot even understand that payloads. At the end of the day, you block this port number 80 for, let's say, half an hour. क्या आपको लगता है Facebook ऐसा करेगा? Do you really think so? Yes or no? No, because there is a service disruption for half an hour. And अगर Facebook half an hour तक बंद रहा ना, trust me, there will be a chaos in the world. You know? बहुत लोग सुसाइड करेंगे. अगर कोई हमारे इंडियन न्यूज़ चैनल ने खुलासा कर दिया कि फेसबुक हैक हो गया है और अभी कभी चालू नहीं होने वाला है, तो लोग घर घर पे रोएंगे. यू नो, लाइक हाउ डू आई कनेक्ट विद पीपल. यू नो, इतने सारे सुसाइड होंगे, इतने सारे उनकी रेपुटेशन डैमेज हो जाएगी. जैसे ही फेसबुक स्टार्ट होगा ना, हाफ एन आवर के अंदर उनका शेयर प्राइस जो भी XYZ डॉलर पड़ा होगा ना, वो कम होकर सीधा 2 नंबर में आ जाएगा, मतलब 2 डिजिट्स में आ जाएगा. आई एम श्योर यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, यस और नो? Yes, and at the end of the day, Facebook has to be a lot of losses for blocking this port number 80 for half an hour. So answer बहुत ही simple है. That 90% of the attacks I do or my team do or anybody does on the network or on the anything, we always do it on port number 80, and we always do the attack on port number 443. Now what is 443? HTTPS. So when you are attacking this particular port number 80, the firewall does not have any rules to see the attacks. Does not have anything to measure the attacks. Now on the top of that, people have built this SOC. Now what is SOC? तो SOC के अंदर कुछ नहीं होता है. It generally have this detection system, prevention system, SIM system, which monitors all the security incidences. Starting from a person coming on the website to person logging in, person doing activity, error logs, event logs, every logs are being monitored by people who are sitting in the bank infrastructure. I just have a question to you. What do you think currently? कितने लोग SBI पे विजिट करते होंगे? कितने लोग विजिट करते होंगे currently? In 1 minute, can anybody tell me the number? Let's say not thousands. It should be in 1 lakh people, right? It should be lakhs of people. I'm sure you're understanding. Yes or no? 1 लाख लोग उनकी ऐप पे या तो उनके पे हिट करते हैं sbi.co.in या तो netbanking.sbi.co.in. अब इतने सारे लोगों ने विजिट किया, वो लॉग इन करते हैं, वो एक्टिविटी करते हैं, ये सारे के सारे लॉग्स होंगे. कैन एनीवन टेल मी, एक गेस करो, एक वाइल्ड नंबर दो, कितनी लाइंस ऑफ लॉग्स होगा? कैन आई से दैट करोड्स ऑफ लाइंस? यस और नो? नाउ ये करोड्स ऑफ लाइंस की इवेंट्स होती है, वो इवेंट्स एसओसी में जाती है, एसओसी में जाके इवेंट फिल्टर होती है, एरर्स डिफरेंट होती है, ये डिफरेंट होता है, एवरीथिंग इज बीइंग डिफरेंट. एंड उसके बाद में एनालिटिक्स पे वो बंदा सामने बैठा है. दिस इज लाइक you're installing CCTVs across the city, right? अभी जो कर रही है गवर्नमेंट, you're installing CCTVs across the city and making only 2 people sit or at least 5 people sit in that particular SOC or that particular monitoring center to monitor all the events. And इतनी सारे logs की lines में, what I'm writing is I'm writing only 6 lines or I'm generating only 6 lines of the attack to get the table name, to get the database name, or to get this particular, you can say column names and the username and the password. After realizing some page as a vulnerability on that SBI, what do you think? SBI को वो line पता चलेगी, say yes or no? No. So when I go and meet the people in the bank, or when I go in the conferences in the, like अभी बैंक में अभी बहुत बड़ा objection हुआ था just 5 days before. There are SPOT forum which is there in Mumbai. बहुत सारे बैंक के सीसोस थे और बहुत सारे बैंक के सीसोस में there was a discussion कि SOC cannot solve your problem. तो बोले SOC के ऊपर कौन सा टेक्नोलॉजी लाए, राइट? सो प्रॉब्लम ये होता है, पीपल टेक सिक्योरिटी टेस्टिंग. सो आई टेल यू व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम. पीपल टेक सिक्योरिटी टेस्टिंग वेरी लाइटली कि यार मेरा QA टेस्टिंग है ना, उसके बाद में जो टेस्टिंग आएगा ना वो मेरा सिक्योरिटी टेस्टिंग होगा. दूसरी चीज़, इंडिया में लोगों का मानना ऐसा है, राइट, एंड आई इवन टॉक इन द कॉन्फ्रेंसेज इन फ्रंट ऑफ ऑल बिग 4 पीपल ऑल्सो. तो इंडिया में लोगों का मानना है, बैंक का मानना ऐसा है कि ओनली बिग 4 कैन गिव अस दीज सॉल्यूशंस. हु आर द बिग 4? डेलॉयट, PwC, KPMG एंड EY. ये चारों के पास भगवान ने ऐसी शक्तियाँ दी है कि दिस पीपल कैन ओनली सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम्स, राइट. सो व्हेन यू गो टू एनी बैंक, SBI बोलेगा हे वी आर डूइंग इट फ्रॉम PwC. ओके, अब SBI ने PwC करवाया, राइट, तो बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा भी किसको लेगी? PwC. ये भी किसको लेगी? PwC. एंड बाकी उनको पूछोगे व्हाट इज द टेस्टिंग मेथोडोलॉजी दैट दे यूज? दे डोंट हैव एनी टेस्टिंग मेथोडोलॉजी. व्हाट दे हैव इज they have some Acunetics, IBM AppScan, Nessus. These are the softwares. These are the softwares for security testing. And on top of that, they have built up some framework कि सारे सॉफ्टवेयर को एक साथ एग्जीक्यूट कैसे करना है, राइट? और ये सारे सॉफ्टवेयर सिक्योर करते रहेंगे और दर रिक्वेस्ट मारते रहेंगे. रिक्वेस्ट का रिस्पॉन्स आएगा, रिस्पॉन्स को वहाँ पे करके अच्छा सा एकदम रिपोर्ट बनाएंगे. एक डिजाइनर, उनके पास लीड डिजाइनर्स होते हैं, राइट, जो डिजाइनर इतने बड़े से पेजेस में मस्त रिपोर्टिंग करके दे देंगे ना, सर दिस इज द रिपोर्ट. बोले हाउ मेनी वल्नरेबिलिटीज आर देयर? सर वी हैव फाउंड 200. Out of 200, if you look at the vulnerabilities, almost 190 are false positives. 190 vulnerabilities are false positive, and bank वो report को follow करता है. This is closed, 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 and we are compliant. What? We are compliant to this particular thing. So one thing is, sorry, no hard feelings, but in security, I do not believe that automation can solve a problem. There are certain automation things. There are certain things, in the security, but the manual testing is always, the one thing which always serves a purpose in this particular. Sorry? No. But I said no hard feelings. No, because आप अर्जुना बना रहे हो, हम भी हमारा ऐप डिफेंस बना रहे हैं. That is for security testing and security automation, because we need to survive in the market also. So we also need to have the framework design for security. And the third thing is SSL secure my website or SSL secure my things. ये सबसे बड़ा होता है. Sometimes a report goes to banks or sometimes a report goes to some organizations. ये बोलते हैं सनी जी आपने जो परफॉर्म किया ना आपके लोगों ने, वो ना हमारे डेवलपमेंट एनवायरनमेंट में था, राइट? सी आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट बॉटम इश्यूज. आई एम श्योर यूर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. यस और नो? ये हमारे डेवलपमेंट एनवायरनमेंट में था. तो मैं बोले हमारे प्रोडक्शन में नहीं होगा ये. बोले क्यों? क्योंकि डेवलपमेंट एनवायरनमेंट वाज HTTP and the production environment is HTTPS. सब जो भी भेजोगे वो तो encrypt होके जाएगा. But we always say in a very different way that HTTPS is secure for users to use the website in a secured way, and HTTPS is secured for hackers also to hack the website in a secured way. क्योंकि HTTPS पे मैं जिस वेबसाइट पे होता है ना मैं खुश होता हूँ. Yes, I'm encountering the HTTPS because the moment I'm going to send a payload, let's say HTTPS facebook.com and ABC, तो मेरा जो payload होगा वो payload भी किस में convert हो जाएगा? 256 bit of encryption या तो 126 bit of encryption. I'm sure you're understanding. Yes or no? अब आप 50 लोगों को SOC में बिठा लो, right? कि सनी ने क्या भेजा है और सनी ने ये पेज की रिक्वेस्ट को इंटरसेप्ट करके और सनी ने ये पेज के पैरामीटर में कोई कीवर्ड भेजा है या तो कोई पर्टिकुलर कमांड भेजा है, ट्रस्ट मी, दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू फाइंड आउट, राइट? एंड दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम विथ दिस पर्टिकुलर पीपल. द अदर प्रॉब्लम, ये कंप्लायंस जो पार्ट होता है ना, उसमें एक चीज होती है, 50 थर्ड पार्टी आती है, 50 थर्ड पार्टीज इंटीग्रेट देयर ओन सॉफ्टवेयर्स. Now the vulnerability which I'm going to show it on SBI, you'll be surprised to know this, the vulnerability is in the IFSC locator or a branch locator or IFSC search wala field. Now bank has developed a website. They have taken the system from Infosys, integrated their Finacle with the Infosys, with their bank system. आगे अच्छा सा UI बना लिया, सब टेस्टिंग करवा लिया, QA, UI, performance ये सब टेस्टिंग करवा लिया. When it comes to IFSC search, which you get it in all mobile apps or like net banking apps, yes or no? Yes. You put an IFSC and they automatically get the name of this particular thing. ये जो IFSC वाला चीज़ होता है ना, you might think कि बैंक का खुद का डेटाबेस होगा, बैंक के पास एक सेंट्रल डेटाबेस होगा, वहाँ से API कॉल करती होगी और वो लाता होगा. नहीं, ये भी एक थर्ड पार्टी बनाता है. अब वो थर्ड पार्टी जो रिस्क होते हैं उन्होंने इंटीग्रेट किया. अब उन्होंने जो कोड दिया था वो तो पब्लिश कोड था, बैंक ने उसको इंटीग्रेट कर दिया. बैंक ने PwC को दिया, बॉस हमारा ना व्हाइट बॉक्स टेस्टिंग करो. व्हाइट बॉक्स मतलब वी विल गिव यू अ सोर्स कोड, यू डू अ व्हाइट बॉक्स टेस्टिंग. नाउ टेल मी, पब्लिश कोड का कोई व्हाइट बॉक्स टेस्टिंग हो सकता है? से यस और नो? यस और नो? नो, क्योंकि कोड ही नहीं है. एंड देन दिस थिंग इज इंटीग्रेटेड विथ ऑल द बैंक्स. एंड when the problem comes with IFSC, right? Ultimately, it is hitting the database of the bank. I'm sure you're understanding. Yes or no? Yes, because ultimately it is going to call this particular request to the bank server. So दो चार चीजें होती है, compliance सारा हो गया, थर्ड पार्टी रिस्क हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया, PwC ने बोला ओके हो गया, Deloitte ने बोला ओके हो गया, and still the bank is vulnerable. The second thing what they don't understand, the malicious hackers, कई के CISOs, आज के ज़माने में CISO मतलब Chief Information Security Officers of the banks. I'm talking about India and big CISOs of big banks. मैं जाता हूँ ना तो मुझे बोलते हैं यार जो सनी ऑडिट सब हो जाती है ना, ये कॉन्फ्रेंस में आपके जैसे लोग मिलते हैं ना, उसके बाद में वो परमिशन लेके जाते हैं, दे गिव अ कंसर्न टू अस बिफोर वी हैक और बिफोर वी पेनिट्रेट. एंड व्हेन यू सबमिट अ POC रिपोर्ट ना सनी, ऑल्दो इट इज अ फ्री रिपोर्ट बट इट इज ऑलवेज अ शॉकिंग फॉर अस, because POC has a vulnerabilities like remote code executions, SQL injections, which is hitting to the core of the banking database and everything, right? तो सनी ये hackers होते हैं ना, वो होते हैं, they create problems. अब मानो CISO अगर ऐसा बोलेगा that hacker create problems, then how do you expect the security from such person who says that whose job is to assure the banking software or the banking things to be secured? Because one thing you need to understand, hacker never create problems, right? I know that so many developers are there, so I can always say that the problems are always created by the developers, right? The problems are always created by the developers and overlooked by the QA team, and like run by the PwC, Acunetics, IBM AppScan software चला के वो software update हो जाता है, and this is a software which is a very certified software, ISO 27001 software, right? And ये particular software होता है, so that is not the problem. The real root cause of the problem is are the result of a bad software design and the bad software implementation. That is what the basic, or you can say the core problem or the bottom line problem in this particular security is. हमेशा मैं एक चीज़ कहता हूँ कि इंडिया में out of 100 people, how many developers are there here? There are 100 odd people. How many developers are there? Can anybody raise a hand? कितने लोग developers हैं? ठीक है. Okay. बाकी के testers हैं? कितने लोग testers हैं? अब testers and developers कितने हैं? ये बहुत बड़ा question है यार. Testers and developers. Very good. देखो, या तो testers है या developers, right? अब मानो सारे के सारे developers अगर hacker बन जाए ना, okay? सारे के सारे developers अगर हैकर बन जाए ना तो प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन वहाँ आ जाएगा. आई एम श्योर यूर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस. इट्स अ वेरी बॉटम प्रॉब्लम, एंड मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि Okay, but the problem is that hackers are the developers also, testers also, and they can create, they can modify, they can do anything also. But India में out of 100 people, 90% developers are not the hackers. Only 10% maybe अब लोग सीखना चालू हो गए हैं, because security is one of the booming fields which they're always looking to the newspapers or the like media and all those things. And that is the reason the problem is coming on almost 90% of the websites. दूसरा चीज होता है कि people always deploy the solutions like there was a conference, RSA conference, यहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ा सर्वे हुआ था जहाँ पे बहुत बड़ी बड़ी कंपनी के CISO, CIOs आए थे. उनको पूछा गया कि बॉस आपके ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में 200 solutions है. How many solutions are actually solving the problem and how many solutions are you have just kept it for sake of keeping it just to meet the compliance? And 61% attended, they admitted that they had software just to meet the compliance. They do not even know कि वो software करता क्या है. The second reason is 70% of the organizations, they don't believe that they are getting most from the security product. They are not getting most from this particular security product because they are too complicated. या तो time consuming होता है, right? And they don't have a right expertise to manage this particular software. Like people take the DDoS appliance, people take a WEF, right? अब SBI में जो demonstrate करने वाला हूँ, उनके यहाँ पे DDoS appliance भी है. DDoS, I'm sure you know what is denial of service appliance. Yes or no? Nobody can attack using a DDoS also. They have firewalls also, network firewalls also. और मैं जो अटैक करने वाला हूँ वो 6th लेयर पे अटैक है, यानी कि मैं जहाँ से अटैक करूँगा वहाँ से इतने सारे सर्वर्स होके 6th लेयर वाज द डेटाबेस. आई एम श्योर यूर अंडरस्टैंडिंग, यस और नो? उसके बीच में बहुत सारा चीज़ आ जाएगा. बट अगेन द प्रॉब्लम इज एप्लीकेशन फायरवॉल लगाइए विच कैन ब्लॉक anything and everything that is coming from this particular browser. But the only problem is that वो firewall को configure ही नहीं किया गया. I'm sure you're understanding this, right? So that is a problem that firewall, the security products are secured, but you're not securing that products in a secured way. I'm sure you're understanding one sentence, yes or no? And we always talk about कि इतना सारा हो गया, ये hack हो गया, but you have the security product, but it is so time consuming for that particular, the bank, or maybe they don't have a right expertise to do that. Even they give it to the vendor, again the vendor says that it is, like secured, but it is not secured. How much time we have? So I have a demonstration which is starting now.
We can start with the demonstration. We don't have much time.
Only 10 minutes.
We don't have 10 minutes.
Okay. So I have a very, interesting demonstration on a CBI. And cbiacademy.gov.in. I'm sure you must have heard of this particular news which happened in 2010. That India ka CBI website was attacked by the Pakistan Cyber Army on 4th of December 2010. Has anybody heard of this particular news? Yes or no? So this demonstration, can you please stop this recording now for now? And I'm sure you must have enjoyed this particular session.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. A small announcement and request. You have to go by this way, but don't pick the plates here. You have to go to the basement for the lunch. Agree? Deal?
Thank you.
Thank you.